The Negeri Sembilan Palace tells politicians keep the royal institution out of the election campaign. Dr. Sam tells DAP to look in the mirror over claims PAS is playing the race card. And why did caretaker Menteri Besar Aminuddin Harun abandon the safe seat for BN stronghold? All that and more coming up. As political parties trade accusations over race and royalty, the Negeri Sembilan Palace is drawing a clear line.
The Negeri Sembilan Palace has urged all political parties to keep the royal institution out of the state election campaign. In a statement today, the palace stressed that it remains politically neutral and has no links to any political party. It warned that any claim, statement, photo or video suggesting otherwise is false and reminded candidates to avoid exploiting 3R issues. The statement comes after Rembau UMNO Information Chief Shukri Shamsuddin's remarks on the campaign trail made the rounds online, claiming that DAP was holding the palace and the state's powers.
Tuan-tuan bayang apa maruah kita tuan-tuan, sampai istana, sampai negeri, sampai kuasa negeri, menteri besar kita habis dipegang oleh DAP ni. Sebab itu tuan-tuan, ini adalah cara kita tuan-tuan, kita bersatu semula tuan-tuan, kuatkan balik semangat kita. Yang penting sekarang kita tolak Pakatan DAP ni tuan-tuan, Pakatan Harapan ni tuan-tuan, biar mereka berharap kekal, berharap selama-lamanya.
The remarks sparked criticism and prompted Negeri Sembilan DAP to lodge a police report, arguing the speech could inflame tensions and spread false information. The palace also urged the public not to believe or circulate unverified information involving the royal institution.
Meanwhile, the war of words between Pakatan Harapan and Perikatan Nasional is intensifying, with both sides blaming each other for racial narratives dominating the Negeri Sembilan election.
Beyond the campaign trail, another battle is unfolding over who is really playing the race card. Perikatan Nasional Chairperson Ahmad Samsuri Mokhtar has dismissed Pakatan Harapan's claims that PAS is using DAP as a campaign weapon to win Malay support.
Pada saya, apa yang berlaku ialah self-destruction. Mereka yang beri masalah pada diri mereka sendiri. Jadi, kenapa dilabelkan kita meratik pula? Masalah ditimbulkan oleh mereka sendiri. Apa dia, kena buat cerminan sendirilah. Tapi saya rasa dengan rakyat yang sudah celik pada waktu ini, dengan maklumat di hujung jari di setiap orang, masing-masing boleh tengok apa yang diucapkan 5 tahun dahulu, 10 tahun dahulu, yang ada pun live dirakamkan. Jadi tidak timbul sebenarnya perkara yang disebut oleh mereka itu. Jadi mereka lah sebenarnya yang menimbulkan masalah, dan ini boleh dilihat dalam rekod-rekod yang lalu.
He also rejected suggestions that cooperation between BN and PN is driven by racial politics. The Terengganu Menteri Besar insisted the alliance has nothing to do with race and accused PH of trying to shape that perception. Meanwhile, responding to criticism that PN's campaign has lacked momentum, Samsuri said the coalition is campaigning aggressively but with its own strategy.
DAP is once again at the center of Negeri Sembilan's royal crisis, but Anthony Loke says he's being turned into a political scapegoat.
Anthony Loke has strongly denied allegations that he meddled in Negeri Sembilan's Adat Pepati institution, calling the claims completely ridiculous. The DAP Secretary-General said political rivals have been spreading rumours that he funded a faction involved in the ongoing Sungai Ujong royal dispute and even played a role in tensions within the Jelebu Royal Institution. Speaking in Chennai last night, Loke dismissed the allegations as baseless, asking what possible benefit he would gain by interfering in customary affairs. He stressed that Adat matters are handled within the traditional system and reiterated his respect for the Yang di-Pertuan Besar, the state's four undangs and customary leaders. Loke also claimed he and DAP have become convenient scapegoats for the royal crisis. He argued the political turmoil began when 14 UMNO Assembly persons withdrew support from the Pakatan Harapan-led state government, triggering the current constitutional crisis and the snap state election. The allegations against Loke have also prompted his political secretary to lodge a police report against former Bersatu leader Badrul Hisham Shahrin or Che Gubat over a social media post linking him to the dispute.
From now on, you can also listen to KiniNews on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. Scan the QR code on the screen to follow us.
Was this a masterstroke or a political miscalculation? With just days before polling, Aminuddin Harun's decision to leave Sikamat and contest in BN stronghold Lingi is looking less like a bold gamble and more like a mission impossible. Why would a sitting Menteri Besar leave a safe seat and jump into what many consider an UMNO fortress? That's the question hanging over Aminuddin Harun's decision to contest Lingi, a seat BN has dominated for decades and one closely associated with the political legacy of former Negeri Sembilan Menteri Besar Isa Samad and his family. Malaysia Kini's reporting found many Malay voters remain fiercely loyal to BN, while others are still unhappy over the unresolved constitutional crisis involving Negeri Sembilan's royal institutions. Among Chinese voters, lingering anger over repeated flooding has also become a liability for the caretaker Menteri Besar, with some questioning why long-promised solutions have yet to materialize. Add to that concerns from the local fishing community over rising costs and neglected infrastructure, and the road to victory looks even steeper. The only obvious opening for Aminuddin is the three-cornered contest, where Bersatu could split the Malay vote enough to weaken UMNO's grip. But that strategy only works if Pakatan can consolidate almost every non-Malay vote while making unexpected inroads among Malay voters, something that, based on the campaign so far, looks far from certain. If that calculation fails, Lingi could become the biggest talking point of this state election. Not because BN defended its stronghold, but because the Menteri Besar chose to fight a battle many believe he never had to. Campaign speeches may dominate the headlines, but in Negeri Sembilan, the election could ultimately come down to one thing: the numbers. Here's Beyond the Headlines. Can Pakatan Harapan still hold on to Negeri Sembilan? According to former Deputy Minister and Bangi MP Kian Ming, he believes the odds now favor the BN-PN alliance, but not because Harapan has suddenly become unpopular. Instead, he argues the biggest game changer is the BN-PN pact, which largely eliminates the Malay vote split that helped Harapan win several seats in previous elections. Unlike in 2023, when Harapan governed with BN, this election sees BN and PN on the same side, fundamentally reshaping the electoral battlefield. Based on his projections, BN-PN could collectively win between 23 and 25 of the state's 36 seats, comfortably above the 19 needed to form the next state government. Ong also believes Bersatu, now contesting as a weakened third force, is unlikely to split enough Malay votes to significantly alter the result in most constituencies. That leaves a handful of key battlegrounds, including Chena, Lingi, Sikamat, and Ambangan, that could determine not who forms the government, but how large BN-PN's majority will be. Of course, projections are only as good as their assumptions. Turnout, late swings, and local candidate factors could still reshape the final result when voters head to the polls on Saturday. Amid repeated attacks over DAP's role in government, Prime Minister says the party had no objection to creating what he described as the first new Malay reserve land in Kuala Lumpur since Merdeka.
Saya bawa kepada kabinet. Sebelum tu saya bincang dengan, saya balik maklum kepada Anthony Look. Saya kata, this is my proposal. Dia cuma tanya mengapa. Saya kata sebab tanah Melayu di Kuala Lumpur itu makin mengecil. It's my duty to give the clear signal. Dia kata okey. Mesyuarat Jemaah Menteri, tak ada yang bantah. Jadi kali pertama dalam sejarah sejak Merdeka 1957, Kerajaan Medani mengisytiharkan tanah paling berharga di Kuala Lumpur sebagai tanah reserve Melayu.
And that is all from me today. For more stories, you can go to Kinitv.com. You can also follow us on Instagram, X, YouTube, and Facebook for the latest news updates. If you'd like to support independent media, do consider subscribing to MalaysiaKini.com. I'm John Ng. Thanks for watching.